a travel documentary for Bondoc Peninsula, and it's sought to determine if a travel documentary could if the travel documentary met the required elements based on its clarity, content, appeal, and effectiveness, and to determine if a travel documentary can be a promotional tool for Bondoc Peninsula in terms of its visual element, sound editing, cinematography, and video editing. This study could be beneficial to Bondoc Peninsula for it to promote its tourism industry, and we all know that culture and history is very important to Filipinos, and preserving them through travel documentary is one way of valuing Filipinos' customs and traditions. The study highlighted some significant places in Bondoc Peninsula. It featured the first 6 towns of Bondoc Peninsula, and it only showed some of its potential tourist attractions. This study used McCombs and Shaw's agenda-setting theory, which believes that media influence the public, especially those who are in high need of orientation, and media naturally influences the audience. Yes. This theory is consistent with the use and gratification approach, which means media offers satisfaction to people. People continuously wants to get contented, and technology eventually upgrades until it meets the people's requirements. Audiences uses the media and the audience gets satisfied. Well, with this in mind, the researcher believed that by a travel documentary for Bondoc Peninsula, it could bring the area to a global level. So this is the modified IPO, the input process output used in the research, the input, which is the video production and the interviews gathered, and the process, the evaluation of the travel documentary, and the output, the result, the promotional tool for BonPen. This study is a descriptive research utilizing qualitative and quantitative approaches. Yes, it featured selected towns of Bondoc Peninsula, and the travel documentary was viewed by 5 film experts and 40 respondents residing outside BonPen. And quota sampling procedure was used to obtain the needed number of the respondents. And the respondents answered the questionnaires, which is a self-devised questionnaire, which is partitioned into 4 as to its clarity, content, appeal, and impact or effectiveness, and scale to excellent, satisfactory, fair, and poor. And the survey, the data gathered from the survey is measured by using weighted mean. I'm gonna show you an excerpt from the travel documentary.
Anong sikat dito sa General Luna kapag summer? Siyempre, ang buhay na kubol at Victorian Festival every Holy Week. Silipin natin.
Tara.
nasuso ang glossary. At ngayon, General Luna na ang tawag sa bayang ito. Dahil naging inspirasyon ng mga katipuneros taga rito, General Antonio Luna.
Thank you so much. What have you seen is the Centurion Festival every summer at General Luna, Quezon. And next slide, please. And as observed, the Shadow documentary, as evaluated by the film experts, is descriptively rated as excellent as to its criteria, which means that it possesses the qualities to be a promotional tool for Bondoc Peninsula, supported by the fact that documentary films should meet the aesthetic structure and the technical aspects. And next slide, please. This table shows the evaluation of the respondents, which they assessed that the travel documentary is excellent as to its criteria, and that it was supported by the fact that it is clear on its subject presentation. And the conclusions: the travel documentary met the aesthetic structure, the visual and auditive elements of a documentary film, and the travel documentary could be a tool in promoting Bondoc Peninsula. That's all. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Jolly. Ang susunod pag-present ay sina Urbano Cordero Jr., Jerusha K. Novella at si Sarah Kiloy ng UP. Ang kanilang paper ay Break It Down, Yo. A case study on the reflection of Filipino culture in rap battles within the flip-top rap battle league.